Hi, I'm Kathleen Black, owner and elite coach and speaker with Kathleen Speaks Real Estate Consulting Services. I wanted to shed a little bit of light on something that I've worked hard, had a little bit of experience at doing, and I've seen a lot of questions popping up online, and that is exactly how do we compensate our team members? How do we compensate, admin roles versus field agents or buyer's agents, partners as you add them on your team? And as somebody who's spent the last several years full-time working hands-on with top producers across North America, across Canada, who are looking to build their real estate teams, one of the main functions that we've served is helping them to come up with an actual structure. So what does a successful structure look like in a real estate business? So I didn't say in a real estate, self-employed function where we're trading time for money, we're trying to do more deals, but when we're actually able to get a bird's eye perspective on exactly what our real estate business looks like. So what would it cost? What does each item in our business, what is it worth? So what would it cost us to take ourselves out of the business and replace all of the functions that we're doing with other talented people, sometimes who are much more talented than us in those roles. And it can become a difficult process. It can become a difficult question. One of the things that I know is that if I was going out again and looking to join a team, that definitely I would not want to be joining a team that did not have the finances to support helping me reach my goals. That's a very important piece of the puzzle. I mean, we can look at teams that are paying 80%, 90%, 95%. It doesn't really matter. But if we're doing getting 95% of one or two or maybe 5 deals a year, really, that's probably not the model that most of us want to work with if we're full-time in real estate. So there's a lot of interesting studies when it comes to how to compensate, and a lot of them come from HR research, going back into corporate environments, which seep into the real estate world a little bit slower than perhaps in some other areas. And one of those studies that's amazing to keep in mind for anyone building a business, whether it's real estate or not, is the quality of work-life studies. So what does it take for somebody to be happy and stay in a work environment? Not just why do they leave, because I think we can all agree that people have had high splits. People have had low splits, high splits, what would be called average splits, and still left a team. And why is that? Because from the team leaders that I work with, I know that nobody wants to be, training your competition. Nobody wants to be creating a revolving door of a training system. If they were, they would probably be hopefully coming to work with me if they are great. But what we are looking to do is actually create an environment where people are happy, thriving, and they're looking up. And when I say looking up, what I'm saying is they're making enough money to take money off the table and to really be looking up and excited about their goals, their growth, and their development. So what the quality of work-life studies show is that compensation may be a reason that people leave a work environment, but it is not the reason why they stay. So if we're looking at creating an ideal environment, so if we're looking at kind of that same idea as the psychology of, happiness instead of the psychology of, deficiencies or disease or, maladjustment, whatever it is, so many words we could use there. But if we're looking to replicate an ideal, something that works, a positive environment that people want to be in, the quality of work-life study says that there are 3 distinct pillars that we want to invest in our business in order to create an environment that is of high quality, that people would like to engage with, that they'd like to stay with. And those 3 pillars, one of them definitely is compensation. We need to be paid fairly for the work that we do within a team, for the work that's within our role. And we need to be careful that if we're paying more than fairly, that we realize that this might create a ceiling as you grow to build your business over the next, 2, 5, 10 years. Because what you're trying to do is create a system or a structure, pardon me, that's going to allow you to leverage later on. So it's going to allow you to take that superstar who's amazing and great at what they do and take some of the little pieces of the puzzle off of their plate and allow other people who are more apt, more suitable, profile better to help them with those unlicensed activities. So we want to leave room not for just where the team is now or the team is going to be 6 months from now, but where is the team going to be, or where could it be 5 or 10 years from now, or even later on when you may want to sell this business, right? So you may want to make sure that you're as far away from the day-to-day so that your pillars. And the other ones are opportunity and security. So basically, if we're paying a high amount of value from being part of a team environment over the end of the year, the problem is it's going to really tie our hands when it comes to security and opportunity. Opportunity says I can see myself in the future vision of this business. I can understand what opportunities are going to be made available to me. And I know that readily, this business is healthy. The other aspect is security. So am I going to have, an opportunity to have leads a month from now or 2 months from now? So this combination of compensation, opportunity, and security are the three pillars that are actually going to build a quality work-life situation. So our compensation structure needs to be able to consider, the entities of a full self-functioning business. So in our world, the brokerage, if you're with a brokerage, for sure, providing some amazing value. There's some great brokers out there. The team leader, if you're running a team and you're training and you're actually investing in that, you need to see that as something that you're being compensated for. Otherwise, it can turn you away from a people first environment, which is what you're there to do. I mean, I've never seen a more empowering environment than a team that is actually so invested in the success of their team members, that they're not successful unless their team members are. I mean, I don't know anywhere else that's going to help you reach your potential, efficient systems. Compensation, opportunity, and security. The three. And it's not really how do we want to pay somebody, it's how do we find top people and how do we help them stay and thrive and grow within our vision here. So the theory also says that, we can get by and allow one of those pillars to overcompensate for another. So for example, if compensation is a little bit lower because there's not, we're investing in a lot of marketing and there's some great opportunities and, there's a whole bunch of appointments and there's going to be deals in a couple of months. That says that that's okay. Opportunity and security can compensate for compensation for a certain period of time, but no, we'll have team members leaving. The other thing that it states is that if we overcompensate, but we don't have the funds for opportunity and for security, so we're not able to provide enough business, enough growth. Self-determined people are passionate, they want to grow, they want to thrive. So if we're not supporting that, we're not supporting the mindset, we're not supporting the focus, we're not supporting an environment of growth, then it doesn't matter. You can overcompensate, you will still lose those team members because the top people, they're self-directed. They want to grow, they want to learn, they want environments that are going to mirror that level of expectation of performance for them because they're capable of it. And they're looking for an environment that's going to nurture that for them. So with that being said, my best advice and tips from coaching and helping people put these structures and practices into place are really look with the end in mind. It's not where you are today, it's where you want to go and what structure is going to help you get there. How can we look at communicating value as a full package instead of as a set commission split? Really, at the end of the year, what a team is providing to its members is far more than a set split. I mean, it's encouragement, it's coaching, it's emotional support, it's business, it's leads, it's opportunities, it's training. The list goes on and on and on. Not to mention a family environment for many of the teams and an actual caring, nurturing environment, which is not always as readily. So I hope that helps some. Again, I will be doing an article with some more in-depth information. So if you're looking for how to compensate a team member, and this is a proven, tried, tested, and true structure. I mean, we have clients across, top in their area, and this structure has helped them to have the funds to have high earning, high functioning team members and to attract top people who want to work with them. Okay, so again, look for that article over the next week, and I wish you luck in building your business and building your teams.